Not, which is what we are in today. Land of Jamaica and the Americas is a land that we know not. Our foreparents, the ones that were back then and before captivity, did not know this land. This is not our land that the Lord promised to our foreparents, to the nation of Israel. The land of Israel, in the Middle East, that you have no desire to attain or to gain, that is the land that we were cast out of. Now, who is holding on to that land at this point, or fighting for that land at this point? Strangers, yo. The so-called white man. Those Iranians. Those, the enemies that have came together to plot against our people to bring us down are now possessing what belongs to us and fighting for it with all their might. They are dying for what you don't want, yo. Imagine that. You have cast off what is good for you. Cast off the power, you cast off your name, you cast off the promise that the Lord made unto you and to your foreparents, which is for generation upon generation, an everlasting promise. Let me continue. It says, Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 13, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there ye shall serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. Right? When you were cast out of Jerusalem and we fled into the west coast of Africa and then got captured and brought on those cargo slave ships to the Americas to serve for our punishment, the mercy of the Lord was removed from us. We were slaughtered, our children were destroyed. They hung their babies, them knock out the teeth, feeding them with all type of abominable meals. Scavengers. Turning in a gaze, sodomize your people. Done crazy work upon you, Just go watch any movie about slavery and what was done to your foreparents, and you realize that they went through hell. They went through hell. All because they forsake or they neglected Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. So the Lord turned his back on us. The Lord left us to our own will, so to speak, in a lesser sense. The Lord gave us over to what we wanted. We wanted to live like the other nations. I said, all right then, since you don't know what is good for you, go and follow the heathens them now. Serve other gods. Serve Selassie. Serve so-called Jesus, the white man. Serve Buddha. Serve all these fake gods that exist. And so what happened to you? We were destroyed, yo. Again, for what? Lack of knowledge, because breaking the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is a proof that you lack knowledge, because with the laws, the laws establish or shows that you have wisdom, yo. If you understand them, that you're a wise people. But we weren't. We were foolish people being destroyed. Let me continue. Alright? So it says, verse 14. Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, and it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right? That day is coming where, when I watch movies in the time of so-called, in Easter, and them show you those biblical movies, especially slavery movies. You know what I mean? And you know, we keep talking about that deliverance in Egypt. That day, the day is coming when that will no more be the talk of the town. You know what I mean? We won't be talking about that deliverance because that is going to be a small thing to what the Lord planned for his people. We're going to be delivered in great fashion, yo, in true might and power. We're going to have chariots, what you people call so-called UFOs, so-called spaceship, if you want to put it that way for you. That's how you label them. The Bible calls them what? The chariots of Israel, the chariots of the Lord. You know what I mean? Those crafts will come and help us in the time to come, yo. Deliver us. Right? Let me continue. It says, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land. Again, he says, he's going to bring us into our land. That is the land of Israel. Again, the same land that you have no desire to return to. Right? It says, I read again. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Your foreparents, God never give them the land of Jamaica, yo. God never gave them the land of Jamaica. Not Trinidad, not the Caribbean. You know what I mean? That's not the land that was promised to us for inheritance. I mean, we're going to inherit the entire earth. But there's a special land that was promised to your foreparents with your inheritance as well. You know what I mean? Right? We're going to read some more into that. Right? Verse 16. Right? It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. Let's pause a little. We're going to read it again, right? So, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is saying to you people that he's going to send for many fishers. Those are who? People that are going to come out, prophets basically, come out and call to you. Remind you of who you are. Warn you of the things to come. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing first. You know what I mean? Then he said to Peter, said, you know what I mean, I make you fishers of many men. Those men that he was speaking to then he said that then, it's the same that is happening now. You know what I mean? He called on to the apostles and the men that were following him then, and said, look here, come and preach my word unto the people. And they did so. The same that we are doing today. We were called to come and talk to you people. Whether you want to hear or whether you don't want to hear, it doesn't matter. Because very soon, the battlefield changes, yo. We're going to be hunters. Then, you know what I mean? It's going to move from being us called to people and to us being warriors. A part of the army of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And read again. Right? And I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, out of the holes of the rocks. Now, who mainly create bunkers in holes and mountains? The so-called white man. Why? because he knows that there's going to come a time when he's going to have to hide in these spaces to survive whatever is taking place on the surface. You are not prepared for that time, whether carnally or spiritually. You're dead walking about the earth, yo. You're zombies just walking daily. You're not preparing for any harm or danger. You're not covered with the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because the Bible says our weapon of warfare not carnal. I mean, but not even carnal, you're not even carnal to protect yourself. Show you that how docile you are, yo. Right? I'm going to continue. What it says, going to hunt them from the rocks. Right? Let's get that in Amos. I was going to straight to the point, right? Just go to the point. This is let's start from one, right? So, let me just, before we go to that, let's start from Amos 8, as just wrapping up because we're going to that point. Amos 8 and verse 11 says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. That is when that fishing season closes. When we stop throwing his word out to get the elect, when the elect is already gathered, right? And the door shut, basically, that spiritual ark is being shut, right? And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So you won't see the prophets then harping unto you, fleeing unto you to return and repent, because then it's going to be too late. The mercy door will be shut then, right? It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. The fair virgin and the young men shall faint for thirst. And again it says, not a thirst of what? Not a famine of bread, of water. You're going to faint because you don't have this word. Right? Verse, let me go to chapter 9 and 1. And I saw the Lord standing upon his altar, right? And he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with a sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, hence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Right? So it doesn't matter where you want going in the sky in a space, so-called the space programs, or you want to build a bunkers, you know what I mean, in mountains and building underground facilities for safety. You will not be safe, because we're going to hunt in that time. And we're going to know where you are. You can't hide and disguise it from who? The Lord. How are you going to hide from Yahweh Hashem no Shai? Actually, it's not that they are saying Revelation though. When they're going to call and beg on the rocks, to fall on them, to wherever they are in, they're gonna beg for that to fall on them. You know? Let me see if we can read it really quick. You know? I know, come to that, right? Yes. Alright, so let me try to read it quick. This is Revelation chapter 6 and let's start from 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and Yehud, right? And the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Because you're going to go into what? Slavery. You're going to be destroyed. We're going to bring terror to you. So God's going to protect his people and, those who have ears to hear.